Welcome to the Horse Show, ladies and gentlemen. Straight after a weekend with only one five-star show on. Yes, those weekends actually happen when there's only one five-star show. Anyway, it was full focus on the Washington International Horse Show, the second stage of the North American League on the World Cup season. We do comply with the practices of Laura Kraut, and she is here to join us. Laura Kraut, welcome to the Horse Show. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Congratulations on a brilliant win in Washington. On a scale from 0 to 10, how delighted were you with that performance?
I would definitely give it a 10, maybe even an 11. I was not expecting the win. I thought it was the horse's first five-star in an indoor first World Cup qualifier. So I was just hopeful that he would come out with a good experience. Didn't quite think I'd win.
He did have a good summer with you. I went through his results. Clear in 4 in the Dublin Nations Cup, double clear in Spruce, which is not an easy Nations Cup. Just 4 points in Tryon last week. I mean, he's been really, once he broke into the meter 60 level, he's been really consistent and really good.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier. I really have to say, I didn't really know that was the guy he was going to be. I mean, when I bought him from Tim Gredley, I always liked him with Tim. And I was hopeful that he'd be just a nice horse to maybe jump, nice 145, 150, maybe the odd 155. But he's the horse that every time you ask him to do something, he just does it for you.
Olivier and Joe, you made an analysis of Laura Kraut's jump off route. You made it before she was on. Now she's on. Now you tell her what you thought of the jump off.
Obviously, I thought it was really good. It was
all Oliver.
It was all mainly Olivier. I heard that.
No, I thought it. Listen, I thought it was amazing, like always. It didn't look like it was completely the plan sometimes. The rollback, and then I think from 2 to 3, it looked like you sort of landed. Looked like you had it. And then you had to push again in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say it was brilliant. I thought 1 to 2, I was really happy. They all done 6 strides, and I'm not a big fan of counting around a corner like that. So when I landed and I was counting and I saw the 6, I thought, okay, well, that's good. I got that. And he jumped it very big, and he does have a big stride. I was a little bit probably tricked because Lily Keenan's horse had done 7 and she got it done really easily. So when I landed, I pushed him and I thought, well, that's enough. And I stopped pushing. And then 3 strides back, I was actually seeing 8 and I thought, oh God. And I just gave him a big kick and he grew wings. So he did me a big favor because I've had a lot of horses who would not have picked up.
You looked really
the rest of the way, though, I was quite. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the way, I couldn't have asked for him to be any better. He's still a little bit green with the turns and things, but he was very good.
What's the plan with this horse? Say the coming 6 months now that he's done this.
Yeah, actually, funny enough, the plan is he has 2 months off now. That was sort of the last thing he was going to do. And then he stays here in the States. He'll go down to Florida, have a nice break, because I've used him pretty hard this summer. Ballatino had a small injury in July, and so I've had to sort of call on him more than I would have expected to. So he's going to have a break, and then I'll hope to go with him starting in Florida.
Somebody mentioned on Clip My Horse, one of the commentators said that next week or in 2 weeks, it's your 40th birthday. So already congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that's just great. I'm looking forward to it.
But the string of horses that you have at the moment is fantastic. No, I mean, Ballatino on the return, there's Dorado, there's Bisqueta, now there's Très Bien who steps up. I mean, there's 4 proper 5-star Grand Prix horses, maybe even 5-star Grand Prix winners. I mean, it's what a moment it is to be Laura Kraut.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, it's taken me 60 years, but I finally got here. I'm just very, very fortunate. I think, again, with Bisqueta as well as Très Bien, both horses I got, not knowing really what they were going to be. I just like the quality of them, and I like the way they are. And they've both have, evolved into 5-star Grand Prix horses, which, as we all know, they're not easy to find, and they're certainly not easy to buy. So I think I'm lucky to have them. Valentinu's been fantastic. Thankfully, it's just a small injury, but I didn't really want to rush him back. So I'm giving him the whole sort of fall. I'd hoped to get him to Calgary, and it didn't work. He had a tiny little suspensory issue, and I didn't think that was the right thing to do. So then we just decided to give him the whole rest of the fall off. And then Dorado's coming back from an injury. I'm very excited about that. And I have some really nice, I have a 9-year-old named Una Mariposa, who I'm excited about. And another one named Kaylee, who also I think will be hopefully a big jumper. So yeah, it's all good.
And will you be planning to try to qualify for the World Cup final?
I mean, yes, definitely. Being that it's in America, in Fort Worth, which is a great town. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but that's a good cowboy town. So yeah, I mean, I think I would love to try that. I'm not sure what horse I'd go with. I mean, it would actually be really nice to get Valentinu back in time for that, because I think I had wanted to do Basel last year, and a little bit the same. It was the beginning of this little injury that I think we have kind of dealt with all year. I got him back for Aachen, anyways. I think if it's possible, I'd love to have him for that.
Now that we're looking, because I see, I mean, your horse Trebian jumped really good in Calgary and jumping very good in Dublin. You think future-wise it could be a potential championship horse?
It's hard. It's hard to say. I mean, like I said, every time I ask, I've never had a horse that was just so happy to do his job. I mean, every day you tack him up and you take him to the ring, he has a smile on his face. So, Cedric was one that I never thought would do. I mean, I was hopeful that he'd make a 140, 145 horse when I got him. And then, he turned into what he did. Trebian is a much easier horse than Cedric. Whether he's going to have that ability, I don't know, but he certainly has the heart and the mind for it. So I guess we just wait and see.
Because there's another small town in the States, I think in 2 years, but there's another small event on. Yeah. That's what you're already thinking of, Olivier?
Yes, they are thinking towards maybe LA, I think, because I mean, it still has the right age. And if you see, I mean, you're going as a 10 years old, you're going to Spruce Meadows, you're going to Dublin. I mean, it doesn't get too much bigger than two shows. And if you jump double clear in Calgary and you're clear in 4 in Dublin, I mean, especially for sure, you have plenty of scope to go to these competitions.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. You always hope. I think that for me, having done a few of those special events, I think as we get closer, I'll know more. But it's hard to plan it this far out. I think he would be the right age. He's not bothered by anything. I also think that Bisquetta will be a good age for that as well. I should be so lucky as to maybe have a few choices.
Laura, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. The weekend was très bien for you, the French would say. So good luck for the future. Looking forward to see Valentinu return. And then I'm sure that we'll meet again here on the Horse Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Take care.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
That was Laura Kraut on Très Bien, on the World Cup win and on the future with that group of fantastic horses. The clear round, the double clear, the fastest double clear produced by Laura Kraut. Here are the results of the Washington International Horse Show, the second stage on the North American circuit. Kraut wins on Très Bien, just in front of Daniel Coyle. Small margins, then Ben Meer, somewhat slower on Faltic. The fastest four, the fastest time all round from Jessica Mendoza. Also Lily Keenan, faster than Laura Kraut. And then Abdel Said on 4 penalties in the jump off. Same for Brian Mokri, Niall Nassar, and from the first round, Connor Swale and McLean Ward, each on a time penalty. Let's straight away move into the standings of the World Cup season. North American League, after 2 of 7 stages, lead in the hands of Daniel Cole, who scored on both locations. Ken Farrington didn't score here in Washington, but won in Traverse City. Laura Kraut on 20 points as well, and then Swale Smith, Jacob Pope, Jessica Mendoza, Luis Sabino, McLean Ward, and Carl Cook. That is the top 10, and it's not done yet because we also have to show you the standings of the Western European League. Ben Meer claimed points in North America, but is registered in the Western European League, and so with his 3rd place and the 15 points that come with it, Ben Meer now sits in 3rd place on the Western European League. Do keep in mind, if he wants to qualify for the final, then Ben Meer does need to score also on his home league here in Europe. That is the top 10 of the Western European League. What will we take away from this weekend, from watching Washington? What do you remember from this weekend?
Laura's age.
40.
40.
No, I said to Joe, I think a lot of respect for Laura. She's turning 60, but she still works so hard, week in, week out. She flies around the world, competing everywhere. If she's not jumping a 5-star, she's jumping a 2-star with 6 horses. And I mean, I think it's impressive, really, because it's on the end, it's hard traveling a lot. I find it's very difficult on the body. It's not so easy, but she's still going full gas, 100%. And I really believe that this horse could be the best horse she has in her stables, I think.
Yeah, I think those ones you think it's a 145 or 150 horse, when you get them, they're going to win. They always end up giving you a bit more, don't they?
She's herself mentioning Summer Cedric in it.
Oh,
that says already enough. You know how special Cedric was for Laura Kraut.
If she's even putting it in the same
She
sense.
says somewhere the same candidates.
Yeah.
I think it's lots more to learn from that horse.
And what I love about Laura, it's going to be exciting. She's always going in the ring. She always gives her best. It's going to be exciting. Whatever she does, it's going to...
never 70%.
No.
It's always 100%.
Always. And that's...
Also, never riding for 2nd place.
Yeah.
She'll go for it, full thing. If something goes wrong, she has to go again tomorrow. She'll do exactly, try to win the class.
And a lot of young riders should learn from that.
Yeah.
She goes in the ring and she wants to get it done.
She's a real fighter.
Not worried about how it's going to look in the end. I've said it before, she still looks good doing it, but she gets in there and gets stuff done,
Amazing.
Prophetic words from Joe Kelly and from Olivier Philippaz. Might be the best horse she ever had. We're talking about Très Bien. The best audience we've ever had, you at home. Thank you very much for watching. Best paddle we ever had, maybe it is Joe Kelly and Olivier Philippaz. In any case, see you next week. Lyon will be up and the Mexico Fall Tour with Monterrey. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.